as we have been discussing about identifying high quality stocks, right, or qualitative analysis of the companies we have been discussing, always understand stocks which are for long term should be looked under weekly or monthly charts, right? And I see a lot of investors or traders who say, sir, this is the company I have invested based on the fundamentals of the company or qualitative analysis of the company, but because of few days consolidation or because of couple of days the stock falling down should not be the reason for you to exit, right? So you have to decide whether, if you are looking at entering into stocks for short term less than 1 year, your entry and exit should happen in daily time frame. If you are looking at entering into companies for long term, where you enter into stocks with a weekly time frame, so your entry and exits also should be under weekly time frame only, right? For example, let us discuss this concept with a case study, right? With a case study. Now, I have done my exercise of selecting high quality companies where I've screened some 15-20 stocks I have screened, right? And when you are entering those quality companies, you normally enter under weekly time frame, right? Weekly. And let's say, I'll just take an example of SBCL, right? Shivalik Bimetal Construction Limited. Yeah. So considering that you have entered Shivalik Bimetal, wherein qualitatively, fundamentally, the stock is stronger, right? And as you see, it's a clean 45-degree kind of an angle. And always remember, when I say 45 degrees under weekly or monthly, this is how the chart pattern should be, right? Chart pattern. This is like a 45 degree. Normally, any company on charts, technically, if it is exhibiting a 45 degree, right? This is a decent structure which we are looking at. So now SBCL, even after July 22 onwards also, it has given a very good move. And yes, for the last 3 weeks, you are seeing a small dip in the price, right? The price has been weak, and even the volume was also a little alarming, right? So now what I would say, this stock, if you are looking under daily and you're getting worried, not good, because this is not under daily, it is under weekly time frame, right? Under weekly time frame. And also, how do you double check? You go to screener, right? You go to screener, and if you just study about the business more, right? If you just study about the business more, yes, the sales wise has been a very good consistent growth year on year, either trailing 12 months TTM, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line also it has been decent. Profit growth also has been decent, right? ROE, return on equity also has been decent in almost all the segments, right? And yes, dig deeper, the quarterly growth, yearly growth, the shareholding pattern would have been decent. So if all the fundamental aspects are clear, it's a confirmation that yes, it's good to look under weekly. And here under weekly, right? Under weekly, yes, it has broken down the 556 support levels. Little weakness is appearing. And even yes, if it is also breaking the support of 478, right? 478, which is like, this is the zone. Yeah, this zone of 478, it has touched in September 22, March 22, right? Even in June 2023. Yeah, September 22, March 23, and June 23. So we have to see whether it is respecting this particular support. Whether the stock is even falling below it, then some weakness, right? Even right now also, maybe some positions can be exited, right? You can do some profit booking, or a complete exit is also fine. That complete exit is also fine, seeing the technical strength of it. But yes, once you exited, it does not imply you'll forget about this business. Whenever you get a re-entry point, again you should be in. If you observe here, in April 22 also, we got a similar kind of a downfall. And again, it has started its upward trajectory, right? So long-term companies follow your weekly chart. And yes, whoever have been following our discussion, or you would have gone through our technical analysis module, right? Technical analysis module, you have understood about the exponential moving average EMA. This kind of a setup for long term, right? For long term stocks, go to your indicators, technicals, and load your EMA, right? Moving average exponential, and under settings, keep it 30, right? You can keep the time, you can keep the period as 30. See, just following a EMA 30, during this period also it has not given an exit, right? A candle completely below the EMA 30 is an exit for you if you are following an EMA 30, right? Even here, there is no candle completely below the EMA 30. Maybe now, if you see this candle is still touching, if it is coming below it, then you can consider for exit, right? Then you can consider for exit. Again, your re-entry should happen, right? Again, your re-entry should happen when the candle is above the EMA 30, right? EMA 30 is like a long term, right? EMA 30, we are looking for long term, and 30 implies, as it is a weekly chart, we are checking last 30 weeks strength of the company, right? Strength of the company. Similarly, maybe let's look at ITC. Always understand the reason I'm connecting this topic with the long term or high quality companies is, it's not that every company will be a continuous compounder, right? There will be times because of certain other things impacting the stock, all long-term companies will have some phase of a consolidation, right? So if you are not comfortable, or if your system is asking you to exit, maybe you exit, but be prepared to again re-enter, right? Re-enter. ITC, yes, has done wonderfully well for a very long time, right? See, even from Feb 22, or even from COVID, right? Your pandemic situation also, right? From pandemic also, yes, from November 2020, if you just follow the EMA 30 also, right? If you just follow the EMA 30 also, it has never given an exit. It is in a continuous move. And now there is some fall for the last 4 weeks, right? 4 weeks. There will be noise as you come down below to a lower time frame. Daily time frame, if you observe, yes, sir, it is completely falling, right? Yeah, don't look at EMA 30. It will reflect EMA 30 days if it is a daily time frame. Yeah, so you may be scared, or you'll feel that it's a continuous dip. No, this is a company to be looked under weekly. And yes, EMA 30 under weekly means last 30 weeks. Yeah, right? Last 30 weeks. And yes, ITC, because of the demerger from its hotel business, it's not well taken by the investors or by the fund managers, right? So let's observe, and that should not be a reason for us to completely exit. Maybe follow a EMA 30, or yes, sir, still somewhere I'm not comfortable, reduce your position, but need not exit. For me, ITC is not exit at all right now. If I just follow a weekly chart, right? If I just follow a weekly chart, and maybe your 430 levels, right? Your 430 level, which is also around May 23 support, it's respecting, right? So if it is rebouncing from here, okay, or if it is just coming below it, and yes, if it is falling below your EMA 30, then maybe we will consider relooking it, right? Relooking into it. Okay, yeah. And one question will be there by many investors. Sir, now what I understood from you is as you have shown me screener, Shivalik Bimetal, yes, sales, profit, ROE, and even if you dig deeper, quarterly or yearly sales, the growth is there. Promoter shareholding, more than 60%, right? Even if you look ITC, various verticals, be it on FMCG, hotel, their cigar business, their paper related, their hospitality, right? Hotels related, everything has been strong. So now, as the stock is falling, is it an opportunity for me to enter? I would not enter when a stock is under red candles. When a stock is falling, I will not enter. Here, I will not enter. So if you look here, this is not giving me an entry point, right? So it's up to you how you have your positions. But for me, it has worked wonderfully well when I was averaging up, right? So ITC, yes, if you are one of the investor or a FFIP member where you have been following our live sessions, or if you have been in any of my live sessions, be it under our Friday mastermind sessions or in our platinum sessions, which we do on Wednesday and Thursday, 9:30 p.m., we have added the stock from last 1 year and above, right? This is the journey I want to ride, right? This is the journey I want you to ride, and not during the falling trend. So for me, ITC or even SBCL is not at all giving me an entry point, right? I would not enter. If I'm there, maybe I'll hold, or I will look at reducing the positions, but definitely not adding right here. Maybe when I will add 479, yeah, if you see here, 479.65, this is a very good resistance zone. On July, right? July 23, it has attempted to cross 479, but it was not able to cross, right? So once the price reversal happens and there is a green candle which tries to move above 479, then I will re-enter, right? Then I will re-enter. So not during the fall, right? Not during the fall. Okay. And right, KPIT Technologies, if you see, yes, this is one company wherein a classic case study. Even in our Friday weekly mastermind session, in one of the discussion, I've explained you about the KPIT story. When, because of a report given by a rating agency, when they have downgraded, the stock has started falling down, right? Started falling down. We have been following the EMA 30 at that levels, and we have not added during the fall. But yes, we have added during the rise when it has started rising. And now, yes, KPIT June levels of 11, yeah, the June levels of 1154, it is trying to attempt, right? Again, it had a decline, and now in the last 3 days or even last 3 weeks, yeah, this is a weekly chart, last 3 weeks, it is again attempting to move above 1159 or 1160. Once this is successful, again it gives a re-entry point, right? So a fresh entry, maybe take a smaller position because it is little extended. But if you're already there, yes, you have to add again after 1160, right? After 1160. Okay, good. And the stocks, right? Stocks under weekly chart, if you are following, it can be any company, right? XYZ company, make it a point to also look in screener or qualitatively, you look at those companies. When fundamentals and technicals both are giving a very strong combination, or the strength is there, it's a very, very good setup for long term, right? Your consistent compounders comes in when fundamentals and technicals are forming in place, right? Technically, the strength is there, and fundamentally, every quarter, sales is improving, margins are improving, and earnings is improving. That is a good combination, right? That is a good combination. Okay.